All right, everyone, get ready because today we're talking about 8 must have grocery items to stockpile before November ends. With prices soaring and shelves looking more empty than ever, especially with the election buzz and global instability, you need to prepare now. No matter your political views, the uncertainty of this season is a wake up call. This isn't just about minor inconveniences. We're facing serious shortages and soaring prices on the essentials you rely on daily. Inflation is no longer a theory, it's a reality. Food prices have jumped nearly 25% over the past year, according to the latest USDA data, and there's no sign of it slowing down anytime soon. The global supply chain is still under strain, and crop shortages from climate change are putting us in uncharted waters. Droughts and extreme weather are wrecking crucial crops, from grains to vegetable oils, and we're already seeing the impact at your local grocery store. Remember how bare the shelves were in 2020? It could be worse this time. With elections heating up, political unrest will only add fuel to the fire. It's time to lock down these essentials before things get even more unpredictable. 1. Let's cut to the chase. Butter. This isn't just about putting something on your toast. It's becoming a must-have. And trust me when I say, this might be your last chance to grab it at a reasonable price before it becomes a luxury. You're watching this, so stop scrolling and listen up. Butter prices are skyrocketing, really skyrocketing, over the last few months. In the US, butter prices have surged by nearly 30%. The dairy industry is under serious pressure from the rising costs of feed, major labor shortages, and insane transportation fees. On top of that, the growing global demand for dairy fats is only adding fuel to the fire. So every time you see a block of Kerrygold or Lando Lakes on the shelf, know that what you're paying now might seem like a bargain in a few weeks. But why is butter such a big deal? It's not just about the taste, though. Let's be real. It makes everything 10 times better. Butter is packed with essential fats that are tough to replace. It's a kitchen powerhouse. Whether you're cooking, baking, or just adding a touch of richness to any dish. You can saute veggies in it, drizzle it over pasta, or mix it into dough for bread. It's versatile, calorie-dense, perfect for keeping you fueled. And honestly, it's a morale booster when times get tough. And here's the best part. Butter stores amazingly well. Pop it in the freezer, and it can last up to a year without losing its quality. That means if dairy prices go through the roof in the next few months, and all signs point to that happening, you'll have a freezer full of buttered bliss while others scramble for overpriced tubs. In tough times, little comforts like real butter make all the difference. Don't wait until you're paying double for half the amount. Stock up now, grab a few pounds, stash them in the freezer, and secure your butter stash. This is smart prep that could save you a lot of money if dairy prices hit the ceiling in the coming weeks. Before you scroll past thinking, I'll just grab a few slices, let me stop you right there. I'm talking about whole blocks of real high-quality cheese like Tillamook or Cabot, not the pre-shredded, low-grade stuff you find on most shelves. This is the real deal, and you need to pay attention. Cheese prices have already gone up, and trust me, this is just the beginning. With the holiday season fast approaching and inflation continuing to push dairy prices higher, cheese is becoming a luxury item. Here's why you should stock up now. The cost of cheese production has skyrocketed. The price of feed for dairy cows is up, as are energy and transportation costs to get that cheese from the farm to your local grocery store. Add to that the unpredictable weather events hitting dairy farms across the country, and you've got the perfect storm for cheese shortages and price hikes that could be unlike anything we've seen before. Experts in the dairy industry are warning us to prepare for another 15 to 20% price jump in the next few months. So, if you think the price of a block of cheddar is steep right now, just wait. But here's the silver lining. Whole blocks of cheese are your best bet for long-term storage and versatility. They last much longer than pre-shredded cheese because they're less exposed to air and preservatives. You can even freeze whole blocks, extending their shelf life for up to 6 months or more. With blocks of real cheese on hand, you've got a world of options. Grate it for homemade pizza, melt it over potatoes, add it to soups, or just slice it for a quick, satisfying snack in an emergency. Cheese is more than just food. It's a source of fat, protein, and comfort when you need it most. Imagine walking into the store and seeing empty shelves where cheese used to be, with prices climbing through the roof. You don't want to be caught paying double for something that used to be a regular part of your grocery list. Investing in a few extra blocks now could save you a lot of money down the road. And even if things don't get as bad as expected, you'll still have high-quality cheese to enjoy whenever you want. So go ahead and grab a few blocks, wrap them up tight, and stash them in a cool, dry place or, even better, your freezer. You'll thank yourself later. Let's talk about cheese blocks for a moment, because if there's one thing you'll wish you had on hand when things get tough, it's real cheese. I'm talking about whole blocks of premium cheese like Tillamook or Cabot, the kind that lasts for months in your fridge without spoiling, not that processed, pre-shredded stuff that dries out in no time. Let's rewind a bit. Remember the early days of the pandemic when grocery shelves were stripped bare and finding basic essentials felt like hunting for treasure? Cheese prices spiked over 30%, and people grabbed whatever they could find. Fast forward to now, and we're facing a similar situation, with inflation soaring. Dairy prices are rising, labor shortages are still ongoing, and we're edging closer to another cheese shortage. This year alone, cheese prices have already gone up, and experts are predicting another 15 to 20% increase in the coming months. Imagine this, blocks of cheese becoming as rare as high-end meats or imported goods. When demand surges during the holidays, it's going to be a perfect storm. Now, why should you stock up on whole cheese blocks? These aren't just a nice to have, they're essential. Whole blocks store much better than shredded cheese, which loses moisture and flavor quickly. And if you're concerned about shelf life, here's a pro tip. Cheese blocks freeze incredibly well. Throw them in your freezer, and they'll stay good for up to 6 months. That means you can buy in bulk now, before prices skyrocket and have a high-protein, high-fat food ready to eat when everyone else is scrambling for the last bag of shredded cheese. Whole cheese blocks are incredibly versatile, too. Think back to the pandemic, when we all got creative with home cooking. A block of cheddar or mozzarella can turn basic pasta into a hearty meal, make any casserole richer, or become a quick snack that'll fill you up. And when everything feels uncertain, a warm, cheesy dish can really lift your spirits. You don't realize how comforting a little cheese can be until it's hard to find. Canned beef and chicken prices are climbing fast, and it's not slowing down anytime soon. The USDA has already warned of a 5.5% rise in beef prices and at least a 3.3% increase for poultry. This isn't a small bump. Droughts have hit cattle farms hard, pushing beef prices even higher, while supply chains are struggling to keep up. Remember the chaos in the meat aisles during the early days of the pandemic? Shelves were empty in no time, and if you didn't have a backup plan, you either paid sky-high prices or went without. Those who stocked up on canned meats? They were the smart ones, while everyone else scrambled and paid double for whatever was left. This is where trusted brands like Keystone and Hormel come in. These aren't just cans of meat. They're fully cooked, high-quality protein that's ready to eat. When fresh meat becomes a luxury, canned options like these could be the difference between eating well or going without. Canned meat has an impressive shelf life, lasting anywhere from 2 to 5 years or more with proper storage. That means you can build a stockpile that stays good long after fresh meat becomes unaffordable. Plus, canned meat is incredibly versatile. Throw it into stews, casseroles, soups, or just slap it on bread for a quick sandwich when time is tight. Every meal counts, especially in a crisis. Canned meat is the ultimate survival food, packed with protein, stable for the long haul, and ready when you are. Don't wait for prices to drop or supply chains to magically fix themselves. That's just wishful thinking. Every month you delay, prices climb, and more people are catching on. Before long, shelves will be bare, and what's left will cost a fortune. Get serious about your pantry. Stock up on canned beef and chicken now, or risk being left empty-handed when everyone else has cleared the shelves. This isn't just prepping. It's securing your family's access to vital protein when fresh meat is out of reach. If you're not already stocking up on lard and shortening, now is the time to take action. The price of cooking oils is rising faster than ever, and the situation is only getting worse. Olive oil prices alone have skyrocketed, with some bottles in the UK surpassing $8 due to devastating droughts in key production areas like Spain. which supplies nearly half of the world's olive oil. It's only a matter of time before we feel the pinch here in the US. Meanwhile, the global market for shortenings is expected to surge, reaching a staggering $25.4 billion by 2030, with an annual growth rate of 18.5%. This explosion in demand, combined with supply chain disruptions, means the cost of these cooking fats is only going to continue climbing. Why risk paying double for basic oils when you can get ahead of the game? Let me be clear. Lard and shortening, like Crisco and Armour, are poised to become the unexpected staples in your pantry. These fats are incredibly versatile, with a shelf life that makes them ideal for stockpiling. When stored properly, they can last well over a year without spoiling, making them a valuable resource in a time when fresh oils are becoming increasingly rare. And forget the outdated misconceptions about lard being unhealthy. The reality is, lard is rich in monounsaturated fats, the same heart-healthy fats found in olive oil. Unlike many vegetable oils, it doesn't create harmful oxidation products when heated. With a high smoke point, lard is perfect for high-heat cooking, whether you're frying up crispy chicken or baking golden, flaky biscuits. Comfort food for uncertain times. Look at the trends. More people are cooking and baking at home than ever before, turning to these reliable fats to stretch their food budgets. With prices continuing to rise and supply chains in disarray, it's only a matter of time before store shelves start running low. This isn't just a suggestion, it's a necessity. By stocking up on lard and shortening now, you'll ensure that while others are scrambling for overpriced oils, you'll have affordable, long-lasting fats to meet all your cooking needs. Don't wait. Grab a few tubs and stash them away for the future. 6 bacon bits. Genuine bacon bits, such as those from Hormel, are essential. These little bits, packed with protein flavor and calories, transform a bland, low-energy meal into a truly satisfying meal. Let's be real here. Meat prices are absolutely out of control. The USDA has already issued a warning, estimating a 5.5% increase in beef prices and a 3.3% hike in poultry costs for 2024. However, these estimates are conservative, as inflation continues to drive up grocery costs and supply chain issues are expected to persist. Having real meat on hand, even in small shelf-stable forms like bacon bits, is going to be a lifeline. The best part is that you can incorporate these bacon bits into a variety of dishes. Think about it. Suddenly, you can enjoy a flavor and protein boost in scrambled eggs, soups, casseres, and mashed potatoes without worrying about running out of fresh meat in an emergency, especially when you're relying on basic staples and shelf-stable carbohydrates. Having a taste of real bacon can boost your morale and boost your calorie intake, and the best part is that it doesn't require refrigeration until it's opened, allowing you to stock up without taking up valuable fridge or freezer space. During the pandemic, bacon was among the first items to disappear from meat shelves. Don't think this can happen again unless you've seen it before. You're gambling with your food security. Just imagine when the next crisis hits, whether it's another economic downturn, a supply chain disruption, or just soaring inflation. Fresh meat could be the first to disappear, resulting in sky-high prices. Or worse, going without real bacon bits can last 6 months to a year unopened, making them ideal for preparing 7-shelf stable heavy cream. Ignoring heavy cream, one of the smartest, most overlooked items you can stockpile, could be a big mistake. Brands such as Nestle Table Cream and Gossamer's provide shelf-stable heavy cream that doesn't require refrigeration, making it a valuable commodity in today's market, as dairy prices continue to rise. The FAO Dairy Price Index just spiked by 3.8% in September 2024, the highest it's been in over a year, and it's not slowing down. This isn't just a blip, it's part of a pattern. Rising feed prices, labor shortages, and supply chain snags are driving up dairy production costs at every stage of the process. Fresh cream is a luxury that's becoming harder to afford and harder to find, and if you think that'll change anytime soon, you're kidding yourself. This cream has a long shelf life. We're talking months, sometimes even a year if stored properly. Imagine enjoying all the creamy, rich goodness of fresh cream without worrying about expiration dates, while others struggle to maintain fresh dairy supplies. You'll be preparing rich, creamy sauces with ease, thick chows. You can add rich soups and even whipped cream to your desserts. Imagine the psychological boost that a comfort food like creamy pasta or soup can provide during a crisis, especially when people are struggling to survive on bare bones essentials. The ability to add real flavor and richness to your meals is crucial, and it's important to remember that dairy shortages were a major issue in the early stages of the COVID pandemic. People struggled to find milk, butter, or cream, and the prices for the limited supplies were exorbitant. Given the fragility of the supply chain, a disruption in dairy production or distribution could quickly wipe out fresh cream from the shelves, but this shelf-stable heavy cream is built to last. Stock up on a few cans to ensure you always have high-quality, versatile cream on hand. You can make sauces, add it to coffee, or even make whipped cream, and you don't need a fridge to keep it looking good. If you wait until everyone catches on to this, you'll either be paying double or staring at empty shelves. Shelf-stable heavy cream is one of those prep essentials that people don't realize they need until it's too late. Avoid being unprepared when dairy prices surge again or the cost of fresh cream escalates. Get some now, stash it in your pantry, and secure a little taste of luxury that'll go a long way when things get tough. 8 essential brands of peanut and coconut oil, such as Planters and Luana for peanut oil and Nutiva for coconut oil, are becoming must-haves, especially considering the challenges ahead. These oils are quickly becoming invaluable, like liquid gold in today's market. We're currently facing a global cooking oil crisis, with sunflower oil prices skyrocketing by 56.94% this year, largely due to shortages in major production regions like Ukraine and Argentina. At the same time, cacao oil prices are also on the rise, driven by poor harvests and soaring demand. Many of these staple oils are vanishing from store shelves, and when they are available, they come at premium prices. In this climate, peanut and coconut oils stand out as the best alternatives, and they offer significant benefits. Peanut oil has a high smoke point of about 450 degrees Fahrenheit, making it ideal for frying, roasting, and sautéing without breaking down or turning rancid. Coconut oil not only shines in baking and cooking, but can also serve as a butter substitute. Plus, it's packed with healthy fats and medium-chain triglycerides, MCTs, which provide quick energy and may help boost metabolism. Coconut oil is packed with antiviral and antibacterial properties, offering powerful health benefits when you need extra support. Peanut oil, rich in heart-healthy monounsaturated fats and vitamin E, an antioxidant that strengthens immunity and supports healthy skin, is another must-have. Imagine being caught in a food crisis where prices for basic items soar and you haven't stocked up on these oils. Waiting to buy them later? Think again. If you delay for just one more week, prices could spike even higher, or these oils might disappear from store shelves altogether. Both coconut and peanut oils have long shelf lives. Coconut oil can last up to 2 years when stored correctly, while unopened peanut oil can stay good for a year or more. The urgency to stock up is real. With inflation surging and global oil shortages worsening, these oils are becoming as valuable as any other essential. By keeping them in your pantry now, you'll avoid overpaying for low-quality, unstable oils. Worse still, you won't risk running out of stock before November while prices are still manageable. Don't wait for the rush. Make sure you have these versatile, nutrient-rich oils on hand to weather the crisis ahead. Here's the list of 8 grocery items you need to stock up on before November ends. Food security could become a serious concern, so it's crucial to be prepared rather than unprepared. Global food prices have surged by nearly 30% in just the past 2 years, and experts warn that they could rise another 10 to 15% by the end of next year. Essentials like cooking oil and protein are already hitting all-time highs due to inflation, labor shortages, and poor harvests. Whether it's the fallout from the elections or ongoing global crises, it's wise to plan ahead. Head to the store and stock up on these must-have items. Worst case scenario, you'll have a well-stocked pantry. Best case, you'll have plenty of tasty food to enjoy. Stay smart, stay prepared, and, as always, take care of yourself and your loved ones. See you next time.